Kempire is brought to you by
the final show of the Kempire After Dark, the Villain Era live experience is coming to New York City Friday, September 12th at the Green Room 42, a night of hot topics, tea being spilled, and things that we don't talk about anywhere else. I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I really don't, because I didn't expect to talk about penises during our most recent Washington, D.C. show. This is where you can come on your own. I always ask the audience how many people came here solo, and so many people come to these shows on their own. We encourage it. You also end up making a lot of really great lifelong friends from this experience. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet and you are in New York City or the tri-state area or will be in New York City or want to be in New York City for maybe your final hurrah of the summer, get your tickets today. But this New York City has a special option that is not included in any of the other shows, and that it will be also live streamed on September 12th. But you have to get your tickets before the show. More ticket information on the final date of the Kempire After Dark, the Villain Era live experience will be available in the description. I'll see you all very soon.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network.
What is going on, IG? Come on in, come on in. I forgot to remind people on YouTube that we would be live, but we're going to have a special guest this evening. The Brooke Ashley will be stopping by and some more surprise guests as well. Be sure to share the live as well. Okay, we're going to get into some things. We got a few hot topics that we're going to get into, but reminder, the Kempire After Dark live show is happening in New York City this Friday. This Friday at the Green Room 42. In-person tickets, if you're in the New York City tri-state area, this is a perfect opportunity for you to meet and greet with us, but also see the live show in person if you haven't before. And if you have before, why not? We know plenty of people that are coming again this Friday. But there's also a live stream option. So go get your tickets for the live stream option if you haven't already. That is a great opportunity for you guys to experience the show, even if you aren't in New York City. And even if you can't watch it that night, if you buy your ticket now, you'll be able to watch it for a week. Don't wait till Friday to get your ticket, because that would be, hold on, I'm talking, making sure that's working. That will be too late. Okay. So go get your tickets today. Ticket information is available in the bio. Also, keep in mind, the meet and greet is an add-on for those that are not ringside ticket holders, check your ticket, or premier ticket holders. Okay, so if you would like to get a meet and greet and you're not in those categories, there's a link in my bio here, the link tree. There's a specific link for the meet and greet. There's a specific link for the live stream. There's a specific link for in-person. Go get your tickets today. Let me bring the Brooke Ashley on up. She's our special guest this evening. Nikki says she got my live ticket today. Awesome. Hey, Brooke.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
You were in Mexico having a good old time.
Yeah.
Tell us about your trip, as much as you want to tell us, because I know, very much like me, you're very private.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Hey, y'all. No, the trip was amazing. I was there for one of my friends' wedding. Her wedding, gorgeous. We were the resort was stunning.
Pictures.
Yes, we partied every night. Just on the beach, the restaurants, the food, chef's kiss. We had a good old time.
Did you meet any eligible bachelors on your time in Mexico?
We'll have to talk. Me and you have to talk to you privately.
Yeah. Brooke came over to the new apartment. We had a good old time.
Wait, let me tell y'all. Kempire's home is stunning, okay? I said you need to be an Architectural Digest, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, okay? We chopped it up. I brought some pastries. We had lunch. We had a good old time.
And we spilled a lot of tea.
Yes.
A lot of tea. And some of which Brooke will be sharing at Friday's show.
Yes.
Brooke, before we even get into, for those, again, Brooke will be our hostess with the mostest. This is her third time being our hostess with the mostest. for the Friday New York City show, our last show of 2025, last show of the summer. This is your opportunity. It's a Friday night. It's New York Fashion Week. Come out your house. Stop being lame. Have a good time with us. Brooke's mom will be there, dipping in and doing it too.
Yes.
Is mom single, ready to mingle?
Yeah, well, yeah. She's been. Oh, yes. We'll talk. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I mean, my show is probably not the show to find somebody, but you never know because the location is in a hotel.
Yes.
So you might meet an eligible bachelor that's there for something else.
Listen, nobody's hurting around these parts, okay?
And y'all seen, because I saw your pictures on, because I want to ask you about last night.
Yes.
And you guys have seen pictures of Brooke's mom. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, the jeans are jeansing. Okay.
Yes.
First, let's start off with that. Let's start off because you got an opportunity to watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's premiere episode. What can you tell us?
20 out of 10. This premiere, I walked in thinking, okay, SLC is a great franchise. I was blown away. It's a supersized episode. I can't say too much, but I just need y'all to know that they are doing, nobody's seeing them right now. The premiere punches you right out the gate. You're just like, wait, the major storylines are already forming. There's an alliance. It's chef's kiss.
Is there any indication in the premiere of the alleged Meredith breakdown?
Not the Meredith breakdown, but the rumors about Lisa.
Oh.
It's jammed. When I tell you jammed, this was a phenomenal premiere. Like, you already see the direction that we're going in of who's against who.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah. They brought their A game. They brought their A game.
There were quite a few Bravo celebrities at this event.
Yes.
One in particular that you will be talking about.
Yes.
At the live show. And again, you get the live stream, you can be a part of it. Because you're going to tell that story. So we're not going to even mention who this Bravo celebrity is that you're going to be talking about. But I noticed and I was like, oh.
She wasn't at the...
Oh, she wasn't at the New York one.
No. She wasn't... Wait, who...
Never mind. We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. No. If you mean last night?
Yeah. I saw pictures.
She wasn't there.
Oh.
Unless you're thinking about somebody. We're talking about the same person.
No. We're talking about the same person.
Okay.
Oh, I thought, whatever I saw then must have been another event that I thought was at the same event.
Oh, no. She wasn't there. Because I would have said something again. Yeah. No. She wasn't there. No, she wasn't there.
Okay, but for the women that were there.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll have more to say on Friday. But can you give us a little tidbit of your interactions with someone maybe that stood out to you last night?
I see Lisa and Meredith all the time.
Yeah.
They love me and my mom. I have to say, what really warmed my heart, I've been in the same room I've been at several events with Mary, but we've never talked. This was my first time talking to her. Mary is an absolute sweetheart. I was taken aback. She was so lovely. And we made sure to we were VIP, so we made sure to just, wait for everybody else to take their pictures. Yeah. And then we went up last to have that time.
Yeah.
Mary was so sweet. She looks at me and my mom, said, "Oh my gosh, beautiful. Look like sisters." And then she says, "This is so beautiful. I had this with my mom." And she says to my mom, "You are so blessed. Remember how blessed you are." So my mom was talking to her about, thank you for sharing about your son, Robert Jr. And she's like, "I'm praying for you." And Mary said, "Again, thank you." Mary shared how her mom cut her off when she was 44. And she says, and my mom asked her, "Did you make peace with that?" And she said, "Yes, I have made peace with that. I can't do anything about it. She's my mom. I'm the daughter. And it is what it is, but I have made peace." But it was such a heartfelt moment. Lisa was so sweet. Lisa was like, "I have to say, we love you. You and your mom are such a cute duo. We love seeing you." It was a really nice time. It was great. It was great.
Did Mary invite you to a church?
No, she didn't. I'm sure
Because
she
that's
would
going to be a
have.
part of the season. Her preaching back in the
Yes.
church. The church was renovated. The church is back open.
Yep. Yep.
Don't go, Brooke.
I mean, I might. She was lovely. Like
She was charismatic.
she was very charismatic.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like if she ever had social anxiety before, it's gone. She is
It's like a
loving the
whole
spot.
new Mary.
Whole new She was playing the games. They played a game where they had three people from the audience come up and like try to guess like which Bravo celebrity is who. And she was so funny with that. She's like, "Well, I don't know her. I don't know her." And it's okay. I know her. I know. It was really. She gave everybody hugs. Like very sweet, just lovely.
Wow.
Yes. Oh
Was she
yeah.
there on her own? Was Robert Sr. there?
No, just her by herself.
Okay.
Hmm.
Was Angie K there?
No, she wasn't there. Just Mary, Lisa, and Meredith.
Okay, because I was going to ask how the interaction was between her and Angie K, because I know they have a little bit of a scuffle, not scuffle,
Yes.
that's the wrong word, a little bit of a falling out during the
Yep.
season, but they were together. I think at that award show that you went to.
Yes, they were there. They were cool. They were, still tight. But she does talk about that. She talked about it last night. She said, "Yeah, it's kind of bumpy, but we're back. We're back
Oh,
on
good.
track."
I have to
So,
say their relationship last season really touched my heart.
yep,
It really touched my heart. But I look forward to talking and asking you more questions at the live show on Friday.
absolutely.
Again, guys, ticket information is available in the description. Let's move on because there's so much more to talk about, Brooke. Look, Real Housewives of Orange County, I need to know your thoughts. With everything that's been playing out, I literally, I can't recall us, but I did end up watching the interview. Because I was like, okay, I just need to see what was said. Because so many people called in and they said, well, she apologized to Katie. And I was like, okay, let me see what she said. So I listened to the interview, but I want to know your thoughts. I don't know if have you seen the interview?
Which interview
The
recently?
one with Carlos King and Kiki Monique.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, well.
It was probably when I was in Mexico. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Living your best life.
I was in Mexico. All that housewife stuff goes to the side, okay?
I know, that's right.
All right.
You were having a key looking fabulous.
Yes.
But what are your thoughts, though, on, especially because, content creators, bloggers, some a lot of fans are like, I hate the fact that bloggers are involved with storylines and blah, blah, blah. Like, what are your thoughts on what's been playing out on Orange County this season?
I feel like we've lost the plot. Like, what are we even talking about now? I'm confused. I think that everybody's lying. I think Gretchen is lying. I think that I think Jen is also lying. I'm tired of, I used to really root for Jen, but now I'm seeing a different side. I think that this whole act, if that dumb blonde act is just that, it's an act. I've grown tired of, oh, I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Right?
Maybe a little
Right?
bit.
I don't know. I think that she's also lying to cover up for Gretchen. It's not a good look. And I'm tired of it all. I think I might stop reviewing OC. And I've never felt that. I've always loved OC. I've always told my subscribers how much I love the franchise, but this season is just not giving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see, what was I going to ask you in regards to OC? Oh, did you see that Shannon and Emily have refollowed Katie Janela?
Yes.
What's your opinion on that? What do you think is happening?
I think it's because of the fan backlash. They're trying to now save face because they don't want to get eaten up at that reunion.
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel like it's genuine.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
I agree with you. I feel like everyone is lying, but how do you feel about Katie Janela, who blocked me till she won't see this?
Oh.
She'll see it on her Finster.
Yes, she's probably. Katie lies too, so she's probably has a Finsta account, another burner account. So I'm sure she's watching this. I think that Katie might not be cut out for Housewives. I don't know. I don't know if she has the personality. Katie just came onto the show. She started on the wrong foot with the weirdo behavior, with the whole paparazzi gate. You weren't on the show when that happened 2 seasons ago. Why are you bringing that up? It was weird. The constant lies, and this is a situation where everybody's lying, and everybody's lying, but it's like Katie is now absolved of her lies, but she's still weird.
Right?
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I thought I was going crazy, Brooke, because the way the
Yes.
Bravo universe in the comment section, the way that people were like, Team Katie, I don't care, I don't care. I'm just like, but she a liar too.
Yes.
Like, she's not innocent.
She's
Like,
not. But it's because the whole group is ganging up on her,
mm,
and it's a bad look to
yeah.
see six white women ganging up on the only person of color on the
Again.
show, right? Again. And then to add insult to injury, the fact that they're going so hard on her when Tamara has lied a lot. And she, I mean, her whole time on the show, she's been lying and setting people up. So it's like, okay, is Katie a weirdo? Yes. But her lies, I guess, have not been as damaging as Tamara's have been, right? It's just weird. I don't know.
I mean, at least the lies on this show, not the lies in regards to the man that she told the cops. She told the cops
Yeah.
that he followed her home and was berating her. I mean, I really try to put that to the side, but then I always put it in the back of my mind. I was like, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And for this season to play out the way this played out, I'm like, Have you even seen? I don't know if you saw her former publicist Amir came out in an interview and talked about when he worked with her.
No.
Oh, girl. We could go down a whole rabbit hole when it comes to Katie Janela and some of the former people that have known her, worked with her blog. I mean, she's had so many bloggers come out and basically say that she's lying. So for me, it's sort of like, Katie, I got my good eye on you. I got my good eye on you.
Yep.
But we'll move on from there because Real Housewives of Atlanta is happening. It's currently filming. We see that Pinky Cole, who owns Slutty Vegan, it has joined the cast. She's filming. We don't know in what capacity. Friend, full-time housewife, I think full-time. We also see K. Michelle clapping back at the Two Broke Girls podcast, a host. Regular Robin. Couch Potato Robin. Just saying. Couch Potato Robin. What did you see what they had to say in regards
Yes.
to what's happening? What are your thoughts on what they said and K. Michelle's response?
Okay. So I'm going to be fair, right? A lot of y'all know my thoughts on how Giselle and Robin have acted throughout their time on Potomac. I didn't think what Robin said was that horrible,
Yeah.
right? I
Mm-hmm.
think that a lot of us feel the same sentiments about, well, there seem to be recycling. You know, is there anybody else left in Atlanta? But
Yeah.
I guess let's not discredit K. Michelle and act like she's not accomplished on her own. Like
Yeah.
she's not just a reality star. She's an actress. She's a singer, Grammy award winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she's accomplished. So to act like she's just some retread reality star bumping around from show to show, let's not do that. So I can see why K. Michelle was upset.
Yeah.
I feel like K. Michelle's response was like a bit overblown, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. And I understand, you know, you can't tell somebody how to react, but I feel like in this moment, I would have paid them both dust. Like I think
Yeah.
that you're right. I wouldn't have said anything.
That was
Like,
my initial reaction when I
yeah,
saw it online. I was like, I hope K. Michelle does not respond. But K. Michelle's a Pisces, so they're sensitive. So I'm not surprised that she responded. But her response to me was actually like light shade, funny. But it probably wasn't light shade to Robin dragging her hat line, dragging her relationship. I mean, that it's a light shade to us, but to someone that it's their relationship, it's their business. Does she still sell the hats? I bought a hat. I supported a black business. Does she still have that business?
the hat. What did K. Michelle say? Sell those baseball hats.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen. I think that K. Michelle is going to really give us what a lot of people have been waiting for. I think that K. Michelle might be the breath of fresh air for Atlanta.
Yeah.
And my only thing is, I'm curious to see if she's going to be at BravoCon this year. Because if
Oh.
so, that panel is going to be insane, and I'm going to be front row. So I'm hoping that she's at BravoCon this year.
Well, BravoCon is in November. They
Yep.
started filming when? August?
Yes.
I don't know if she will be at BravoCon. Unless they officially announce her as a part of the cast by then. It might be, because just the timing of it. Probably. So I wouldn't be surprised. That would be interesting. And you're going to BravoCon. You're
Yes.
going to be the one black representative. The one black representative in the room. We appreciate you for and you'll have to come back and give a full report.
And shout out to Alexander Rogers and C. Diggy One Chris. They're going to be at BravoCon too, so there'll be three of us.
The three to Black Rivers.
Yes.
Yes, we win.
Yes. Hey, Taria.
Hey, Taria. Trina. Did you see that Kelly Farrell, there was a protective order brought against her by her neighbor?
Yes.
What do you think about what's going on with Kelly? Because it was also last week we were talking about her ex-husband suing Bravo, suing the county. Like, what are your thoughts on Kelly? Like, did you like Kelly last season? Are you looking forward to her story this season?
I mean, I guess right now I'm on the fence with Kelly. I think that she started off strong, I felt, in the beginning, and then she sort of fizzled out in the middle and the end. At the reunion, she was a non-factor. Like, that's no shade, but she didn't bring anything to the reunion. They barely even talked to her. Like, Andy had like 2 questions for her segment. I mean, I hope that she can bring something more. It just seems like there's a lot of mess surrounding her.
Yeah,
there's a lot of mess.
And if you've seen the report, for those that are just joining, I did do a video on YouTube talking about what's been going on with Kelly today when it comes to her neighbor. The neighbor was like, she came over there screaming and yelling and doing all of this. And I was like, sounds like might be Kelly, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to come up during the season. Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
So there have been some clips already that we're seeing in regards to the season premiere, October 5th. You're welcome, Bravo. What are your feelings coming into Real Housewives of Potomac? This is a show that, a lot of people come to our channels to hear what we have to say. Like, what are you feeling based off the clips? Your girl Stacey, she's no longer my girl.
When it comes to Potomac season 10, I feel hopeful, and I'm going to say this. I feel like I'm going to give everybody a clean slate. I mean, everybody. It's been
including Giselle.
Everybody a clean slate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come to Friday's show. If you are in New York City, tri-state, or area, come to Friday's show. Or get the live stream ticket, because the tea that Brooke, I know originally I said I was going to let you present it, but I need to be there when you do it, because I want to react and ask more questions.
Okay, that's fine.
So, not to give away how we doing this show, but I need to be there when you spill the tea, because I need to ask some more questions. But anyway, what are you thinking about? We know nothing about the newbies, Angel and Tia. We know really nothing besides what Bravo has released about them. Are you excited based off the trailer of what you saw?
Yeah, I am. I think that they're going to give us something. I think that
not give us something.
I think so. I think it's going to be a good season. Like, I'm excited. Like, that trailer felt fresh. It felt like season 3 and 4 again, when it was fun, before all that mess happened and polluted the show for 4 seasons straight.
How do you feel about Monique returning? I know you say you're coming in with a fresh attitude. Everyone comes in now with you with a clean slate. What about Monique, who ain't got time to take a new photo?
Now, again, like I said, I don't want to bring in seasons ago baggage. I just don't. I told my subscribers, I don't know about the days of getting so invested in these shows. I think are done with. And you know the reason why. And then a lot of people who are watching the live show are going to realize the reason why. But yeah, I think everybody gets a clean slate for me. Everybody. So we're going to see
too, because I think everyone in the cast-based word on the street is that everyone is sort of isolated. Stacey, we saw the clip with, did you see the clip with Ashley and Stacey?
Yes, they played it last night at the...
Oh, okay, so what did you think about that?
I was like, okay, this is delicious. I said, oh, I'm excited for this. I said, I'm very excited for this.
Because first of all, Ashley, will always bring, she's like a dog with a bone. She's going to bring that bone. And she basically must have spoken to someone that knows TJ, that's a well-established actress that has some tea about what went down between TJ and Stacey. But Stacey is the ultimate politician. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That is the past. I'm ready to move forward. And I don't know what was going on with Stacey's hair and makeup in that scene. Because I've seen her up close. She's a beautiful woman, and I was sort of like, what's happening in this scene right now, Stacey? This is your second season. This is not the season to start falling apart. Do you believe that Stacey is still married?
Yes. Because you would see
They won't
it.
sell up my chair.
But it's public record for everybody in the chat. If you've been divorced, let me know, right? It's public record if you're divorced,
But have we
correct?
found the record of regular Robin and Juan's marriage? Have we seen that license?
Well, maybe it's not maybe they're not legally married. They're not, but we're going to see that we see in the trailer she's back with her ex-husband. They're on a date, and she says, "I want to
We are
reconcile again."
assuming that was the date. They could be because they're co-parenting. Look, they're co-parenting. I don't know. Stacey does lie a lot. Why? What is going on with the age of these housewives? All these newbies that are lying. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think they just don't know what to do for TV. I think that they're all just grasping at like a moment. I think that some of these women believe that they are smarter than the audience. I don't think they realize that people really will look and dig your stuff up.
Yeah.
It's just best to be honest if you're going to do reality TV, because if you get on there and lie, you're up, shit's creek. It's just not going to work.
Really not. Really not. In regards to Real Housewives of New Jersey, there are a lot of rumors going around about filming. Teresa recently did an interview with Entertainment Tonight and said if there was sets filming, don't you think we all would know about it? What, like, how are you feel? Are you missing Real Housewives of New Jersey?
I keep forgetting about them. We have Rhode Island coming up. They're probably gonna give us the sneak peek of Rhode Island at BravoCon as well. They're going the cast of Rhode Island's gonna be there at BravoCon this year. So I mean, I'm not thinking about Jersey, if I'm being honest with you. I forgot all about them.
What about Roni?
I forgot about Roni too. just leave Roni alone. Like, let's stop trying to make fetch happen. It's dead, and it is what it is.
But here's the thing: they're not going to. Andy Cohen's ego will not let those shows die because there still is a fan base for them. That still brings in. I know for us when we see ratings and things that just seem like the show is terrible, it still brings in millions of dollars for advertising dollars to the network. So they're not willing to let those go. They would much rather take the time and figure out what they see next for the cast, especially now because they're not paying them like they used to pay them. So I don't see them letting it go. I do believe the rumors that Margaret, Melissa, and Dolores are test filming. Because here's the thing, Teresa, you might not know this, but test filming, we wouldn't know. It's test filming. We're not going to know that. You guys also didn't know that they were test filming this season for Real Housewives of New York. Y'all didn't know that. So go ahead.
I will say one thing. One show that will not be coming back, Summer House Martha's Vineyard, because someone asked about it at last night's premiere. We were asked questions about, what's your Bravo hot take? Somebody in the crowd said, well, my hot take is why did you guys cancel Martha's Vineyard? You should swap it out for the OG Summer House. And they were told, if you want to watch Summer House Martha's Vineyard, go watch it on Peacock seasons 1 and 2. And that was that.
Who said that? Who said that?
The good folks at Bravo said, if you want to see Summer House Martha's Vineyard, you can go catch it on Peacock seasons 1 and 2. Be blessed.
Damn! Whoa.
Yes.
I have to say, a lot of people ask me, I'm sure you too as well, ask you about Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Like, we work at Bravo, like we're turning, saying, okay, this budget, give it to them. But I have to say, a lot of people still ask about it. My feeling in regards to it. I just feel like they really lost the plot when it comes to. I feel like they really should have had someone that had real history there. And they had no one. Everyone was very new. They just sort of, to me, that's very ignorant from the network and the production side to be like, okay, let's just throw. Even though I think it was a good show and definitely had a lot of potential, but Yeah, I don't see it coming back. And those poor look, I tell you, reality television is very intoxicating. I don't know
Very.
about you, Brooke, but I see these Instagram streets. A lot of them out here trying to make $1 out of 15 cents
It's
when it comes to
true.
this moment of reality TV fame. Somebody tried to press me at the DC show. Remember Trina? They were trying to press me at the DC show about Summer House Martha's Vineyard, asking me about what do I think and what do I think about this particular person. This particular person was really great on the show. Why don't you think that they? I'm like, oh, calm down. I don't make those decisions at Bravo. But if the show were to come back, who would you bring back?
That's that's tough. A good 75% of the cast would be
Gone.
gone.
Okay,
Uh,
so the 25%. Name them.
I don't know. I have to really think of I have to really think about. I think keep Noelle for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she
No,
was a good addition in their second
yeah.
season. She was a good addition. But again, I feel like if they ever do decide to bring it back, they need to get someone that has real roots in Martha's
But
Vineyard.
we need to have more fun. The crying and the wailing and the sobbing and the anger and the constant fight. You're trying to ice out the person who brought you on the show. Like,
Ooh.
we don't, come on. It was, no ma'am, no sir. The dynamic got toxic. It wasn't fun. We
Yeah,
were all sick and tired of it.
yeah,
And then again, I think that the destination does play a major difference. Martha's Vineyard is just not as it's beautiful, but it's just not as lively as the Hamptons. The Hamptons, you have nightlife, you have shopping, it's it. And so is Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard is very slower.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That you're
And my
hosting
thing
a
is, they
house.
can't film in August because it's probably crazy expensive. Because
Yes,
that's the month where it's like lit up in Martha's Vineyard. But they can't afford it.
they
The
did.
budget's
No,
not.
they filmed their last season in August because of the
Did they?
complaints. Yes, the complaints first season
Hmm.
when they filmed in September, October, and there
Yeah,
were complaints because I remember I was very vocal. I said, "Why are they filming during the off time?" So
yeah.
for the last season, they actually did film during August, but we
You
still
couldn't
didn't
tell.
see. I know you could because they were stuck in the house. So
Brooke, first of all, thank you so much for doing this. I know you have things to do in order to prepare for Friday's show. So, again, guys, don't forget Friday, we have the Brooke Ashley opening up for us, the hostess with the mostest. She's got tea to spill when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac. More tea to spill. Again, if you're in the New York City tri-state area, you might want to come to the show because what we don't say on stage, the live stream, and those that aren't there will not be able to get that extra tea or picture with us. Just saying. So, Brooke, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you as always. I hope you have a fantastic night. But first, tell everyone where they can find you.
well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Kempire. Always a pleasure. And you can find me on YouTube at the Brooke Ashley. You can find me right here on Instagram. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at the Brooke Ash. You just find me all over social media. And my podcast, The Brooke Ashley, as well. And we just talk and have a good old time.
The Brooke Ashley, thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you Friday.
Yes, I can't wait.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, we're going to stick around because I have some more special guests that are going to be joining us this evening. Make sure that you follow me here if you're not following me already. I assume that, see, that's the way Instagram is set up. It's a little different. But make sure you're following me here if you're not following me. And make sure you check out my bio for more information. For those that want to know my skincare routine, that link is available in the description for 10% off from Butter. We're also going to be collaborating with Butter, not this week, but next week. So stay tuned for that. I will be making official announcements soon when it comes to our Butter collaboration. And again, reminder to get your tickets today for the live stream option. If you're not in the New York City area and you want to be a part of the live show happening this Friday, for those that are used to my recaps of OC and Miami on Fridays, you're going to have to wait. I can't even tell you when I'm actually going to even release it, to be honest with you, just because I have a lot going on this week. So stay tuned for that, okay? All right. Thank you so much for the skin compliments. Again, make sure you check out the bio for some of the Butter products so you can get 10% off. I use Butter on my face and on my body. And on my body. All right. What else did I want to talk about this evening? All right. Besides myself, and I will be posting the audio of this on the Kempire podcast as well. Make sure you guys follow me on the Kempire podcast, and while you're there, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Liz says I just purchased my live stream ticket. Last night I was live on YouTube, and I thanked everyone that had purchased. Well, not everyone. I was calling out some of the names of the people that had purchased tickets. So thank you to everyone that's been purchasing tickets. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll mention a couple of names right now as well. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Cindy, thank you so much for buying a ticket, a live stream ticket for our show this Friday. Thank you, Alexis W., L'Oreal R. Thank you, Michelle C. Thank you, Rose H., Alana P., Tony H., Tamara O., Keisha M. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tiff M., Michonne M. Thank you, thank you. Let me bring up our next guest for the night. You might find this person familiar as I'm doing it. Thank you, Karina W. Thank you, Zena H.
Emergency breakthrough.
I was about to say. Not emergency breakthrough. That's what it felt like. So I was like, what is going on right now? What's
Hi.
going on, Taria Faison of the What Else is Going On podcast.
Do a little shimmy. Hey, y'all.
Taria, tell people about your experience during our Kempire After Dark DC show. So we did our live before the show, but now
Yes.
it's been after the show. So do you hate me now?
I love you even more. I'm going to invoice you for more next time. 'Cause I'm sure we'll be back in 6 months, DC. Hold tight.
Never mind. I'm not going to, I was going to say something real shady, but.
It was good. First of all, the community that you have cultivated is amazing, is embracing. Some of them spoke life into me. I appreciate that. You know, they were there to see you, but they embraced me. Everybody was just so funny and fresh and excited to see you. It really was a community feel, especially after the show when we went outside and we were just out there talking and the weather was so nice. It was really good.
It was a cute venue because we could also see from the stage, you could see outside because so there was like a little bar outside,
Yeah.
to the other side of this venue. And this venue is in relation to the one we've always done, Union Stage, but this was a little bit more quaint space. So I enjoyed it, but we'll be back at Union Stage, I'm sure.
I wanted that cute man that you saw to come back.
It's funny because there was a cute guy that I saw from the stage. I was like, who's that cutie? I ended up seeing him because I had forgotten my shorts at the venue. So I went back to the venue to get my shorts. And he was at the front. He's straight.
You sure? Well, I guess yeah. Okay.
I didn't get a vibe. But yeah, whatever. Like, okay, so all right. Was there anything that stood out to you? Did you get any tea from anyone?
That Martha's Vineyard, some of the cast have fan clubs. That
I think only one of them have a fan club.
That one of the ladies talked about Potomac and Robin. She had spilled some tea, and so that was interesting. And I actually told you about some tea that I had about seeing Juan going in and out of a house across the street from a ring cam, y'all. So,
which is so crazy to me when it comes to Juan Dixon, because not only do you live in the technically in the DMV.
They told me I'm not in the DMV, right?
No, I know. DMV adjacent. But there's so many sources that we have down there that have said stuff about Juan Dixon. I'm just like, so clearly these guys are not together.
No.
So it really was just for the sake of a storyline?
Had to be. And I told you, I literally saw the pictures. He would like in and out of this house. At one point, looking directly at the ring cam.
You know those ring cams.
Like exactly like this. He was like this, getting out of the car like this. And then I'm gonna say allegedly, but when the news broke, when Giorgio, shout out to Giorgio, broke the news of the hotel woman, him paying for the hotel, he was at his girlfriend's house who lives in that house and was more worried about how he was going to explain it to her than to Robin.
I don't get it.
Me
I
neither.
don't.
This man was grinning getting out of that car. You hear me going into that?
And then, I've had sources that have said, "Yo, yeah, I used to date him or I used to hook up with him."
Yes.
Allegedly. Everything that we're saying is alleged. But,
yes. Yeah.
but I'm just like, okay. And I haven't seen them together since her leaving the show. Have you?
There's a lot of his story. Like, I know, she made it seem as if her family took him in and raised him. Like, she's like my sister, grew up with him. They grew up on the same street. His aunt took him in. And he didn't meet Robin until they were in high school, like 11th or 12th grade or something like that. So when they told this story about, oh, my parents took him in, it was like, I mean, his aunt raised him. My girlfriend literally
So how does that make her feel, I wonder?
Right. Like, my girlfriend literally went to school with him. They hung out like in the same, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's so basically regular Robin's a farce.
Yeah. Yes.
What did you think about what Robin and Giselle had to say when it comes to what's happening in Atlanta and then K. Michelle's response?
I honestly, they are not my favorites. They used to be. They're not anymore, but I have to be fair. I didn't think what they said was trying to be shady, because I too had the same reaction. Now, granted, maybe their response, them having that reaction, their platform is bigger than mine, so it's a bit more weighted maybe. So people automatically assume because it's reasonably shady. But and Robin actually gave K. Michelle her due to me when she was like, she had a name before, Love and Hip Hop. So I thought Giselle championed it as well. And then Robin kind of came around to it like, you know what? Yeah, okay. So the snapback, I was like, I feel like all the news we're hearing out of Atlanta, like, Kay is in the middle of a lot of it.
I mean, I'm not surprised. And I'm sure because she's coming on the show with already having a name, especially in the reality TV space, people feel like, oh, they need to come for her. Because I don't feel like K. Michelle, based off of her reality TV experience, has ever been the person to start it.
That's true.
It's usually her responding.
Yeah.
And at some particular point, she called someone a bimbo during the season. And now she's calling Robin a couch potato. I have to say, I feel like the dragation of Robin, it wasn't, like you said, I don't feel like it was necessary, but it did make me laugh.
It was funny. Yeah, all I could hear is, now that's going to be a song. Robin's on the couch, looking for work. I am a housewife. She's no longer, like that's.
I was hoping that she didn't respond. As soon as I saw the clip going viral, and I was like, are they paying the blogs to post this clip so people will listen to their podcast? Because no one's really listening to their podcast, let's be honest.
I mean, Essence Magazine said they have unlimited possibilities with the podcast, so I don't know if it was Essence.
The same Essence Magazine that put on Essence Fest?
I don't know if it was Essence Digital, but yeah.
Oh. But like you said, I don't feel like what they said was terrible. Yeah. But I will say, K. Michelle's response made me laugh.
Because I read it in her voice. Like, now leave me alone, Giselle. I'm going to go, let me yodel in peace. I was like, ugh.
Do you think that she even watched the clip, or she just heard from people? She saw what people were saying on social media.
Watched Robin say, is Atlanta out of people, and then just went to typing, didn't even finish it. The same way people be in our comments and don't even finish the video. And by the way, you X, Y, and Z. Well, did you get through the rest of the video? Because I say that.
Can we talk briefly about your recent experience? Because I sent you a text after you told me you got we could talk about this, right?
Yes, yep. Mm-hmm.
That because I'm particular about sharing people's business.
Yes.
But I know you've talked about it on your platform. But you talked about someone reporting you because you do rideshare as a side gig, and someone reported you not once but twice.
Yep.
For not taking a what was it?
A service animal.
Taking a service animal. Mind you, you haven't had someone request you with a service animal. And I said to you, I sent a text after the second one. I was like, do you think that maybe it was one of the people that maybe watch your channel or watch, listen to the podcast? And then you said you had heard someone else say that. Mm-hmm. Give us the update and give us your thoughts on when I sent you that text. Like,
So when you sent it, I was like, it literally clicked because when I did the video yesterday, somebody commented and said, do you think it could be one of your viewers or subscribers? And I was like, yeah, I never thought about that. And then when you said it again today, it honestly gave me chills down my spine in a creepy way, because I'm like, if somebody would go to those lengths because they don't agree with a take that I have, also it gave me the feeling of, these gig works, although they may bring in the money, they're not secure. So then it got me started thinking about my future and making sure that I get on my grind and do what I need to do, because someone may have a different opinion of you or doesn't like you or wants a free ride can literally take your job just like that. And the more I think about it, Lyft doesn't have a protocol. I didn't say it, but y'all probably figured out who it was. They don't have a protocol in place where you have to this day, that you can literally just say, I was in a ride with so-and-so. And now here we are 7 days apart. But I will tell you this, if one of y'all hoes that watch me, if you're watching now, if you did it, dash cam biatch. So you won't lie no more. And I'm going to get the FBI on it, like an anonymous caller or anonymous texter or whatever that mama was doing to her child. And
oh
then
my
trace the
God.
IP address back to your phone number. And I'm going to get your phone number. And that's all I'm going to say on this live.
Oh, I just don't understand why they don't have a system. And there are other platforms and apps that are like this as well, where you can just report.
Yep.
Like TikTok is like that. Someone can report your live, and then they just sort of go with it instead of actually really doing some sort of investigation. But I think it's even worse when we're talking about a rideshare app.
Yeah.
And that's someone, for a lot of people that do that is their livelihood.
Yeah. And so for you, hey Donnie, for you to do that. And to me, this is why they need to have something in place where if somebody has a service animal, they check that before they get in the car so the driver knows, or so you could go back and trace, oh, well, it was on this day.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you're literally just taking their word. I told Kemp that I haven't had a service animal since back in the wintertime.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
This is
So
about
now
to be winter again.
So 7 days apart, and the fact that this time they put it on hold, didn't deactivate, and then didn't even call me. Next thing you know, it was back online. Because y'all got to know, because I would not let it go that I've been with them for 8+ years. And out of all they drivers in the DMV and Maryland area, I was customer service person of the year.
Okay, customer service person of the year.
Gave me a key to the city that don't unlock a damn thing, but I got a key.
Not a key to the city.
I thought they was going to give me gift cards. I was like, what is this? A pen and some other stuff. And I got my picture taken.
Oh. Okay.
But
you know what? I love that you thought the deeper meaning behind that, and it made you reflect on the bigger picture of other things that you probably, this was a universe saying that, no, maybe this is something else that I should be doing. I should be, this isn't just someone being hateful towards me. This is a universe letting me know that there's a bigger thing that I probably should be focusing on. But I told you recently, I was like, I feel like you're working a little too hard. Like,
yes,
you need to slow down.
He gets on me. When he texts me, I'll be scared. He's like, what you doing? But you know what's funny is, y'all, I sent Kempire something that he had already seen twice. And it was about the 7th or the 9th being a day of basically, I forget what it was called, but was it an eclipse or something?
Yeah, it was an eclipse.
Things that no longer serve you or that you're not supposed to be doing may be taken from you. Like shakeups are going to happen, shifts are going to happen, and you may not be comfortable, but it's what's best for you. And in that moment, it could be an Aries thing. It could be a Black woman thing. You know, I don't like when I feel out of control of my body, like it sends me to a space that I don't often go. And when I felt that and in my stomach in that moment yesterday, I was like, oh, I can never be here. Ever. And all these thoughts just started running through my mind. And I'm like, no, this needs to be something where I do, I want to go make a couple $100 today just because I want to. Okay. But nothing should ever be able to dictate to me my existence.
You know what's interesting with the eclipse in Pisces? This is all about reflection. So if in one of the things that the lady said that you sent me, and some of the other astrologers that I follow, they were saying, if you think that it's a sign, believe that it is.
Oh, wow.
So, and it happened within this week.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
think your account getting reported again was another reminder to the universe, to you,
Yeah.
that what your initial feeling, go with that.
Wow. I'm so glad that you said what you said, because I never even thought. And then I started thinking, in the words of the great Brooke Ashley, she always says, if I piss you off or if I make you happy, I inspire a feeling.
Oh,
Now, I didn't mean for y'all to go to try to snatch my little something that I'm doing.
it's
That would
okay.
be just, I don't get the mindset. If you don't like what I have to say about something, to me, if I watch somebody and what they say pisses me off that bad, I click off and move on about my life.
Yeah, there's so many people that you can follow and watch. There's
Yeah,
so
like,
many.
yeah, I wanted to explode. So I know that I have an energy simmering just right underneath the surface, and I don't ever want to there's very few times again that I can count that I've let loose that energy, and that's not good for anybody or me, because I can get over things quickly. So I may cause
We know Aries.
destruction. I may cause destruction, and 5 minutes later I'm like, so what you doing? And you're like, girl, you just blew my whole life up, and now you want to go, well, yeah, I'm over it. So I don't
No.
I work, we talked about this, I work very hard.
Aries, very Aries. This is why when I talk astrological signs, some people get annoyed, but at the same time, like, y'all just keep proving that it is correct. The personalities. Okay, I know a lot of you didn't come here for that, but some of you came here for something else, and you got a word, so you're welcome. You and I both
Make the
watched.
shift. Whatever you make
Yeah,
the shift.
the eclipse. You and I both watched begrudgingly the Carlos King interview with Kiki Monique and everything that's going on with Real Housewives of Orange County. I need to know your thoughts, because you got to watch the interview. I watched the interview begrudgingly, because you know how much my ears. I'm very sensitive to voices. It's not anything
Yes,
personal.
I get it.
If I listen to anyone that comes up on my YouTube or podcast, that's why I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm very sensitive to sounds.
I just have a couple of questions. My fellow brethren in the blogger sphere, podcasting world. One of my main questions was, if Katie reached out to her because Katie followed Kiki, they clearly developed some sort of rapport. Friendship may be too deep, but rapport. Where you're meeting, to me, if I meet up with you outside of interviewing you or outside of us collabing, that's my time. So I want to do this, right? I want to get to know you. For them to have the conversation. Now, on Katie's end, she could have been spilling stuff to Kiki because she thought Kiki may spill it. But to me, it's a red flag. When Kiki said off the bat, it's off the record. Me, whenever I've talked to a housewife, I don't tell them it's off the record. If you start out telling me your business, and then you may say, please don't share. That was not my intent anyway. I'm not sharing verbatim what you said.
No.
So that was kind of like, And then I just wondered why, since they're building a rapport, what would make Kiki go back and talk to the journalist and tell them that? That to me was messy. So no, Kiki wasn't the one that put it out there, but that could have stayed with you and with Katie. For her to act as if this was Bravo CSI Crimes Unit and I'm investigating a possible crime. It's like, were you? Just be honest and say, I wanted to hear what happened, and y'all could have left it between that. So
I kind of do wish that she just owned the fact that she was being messy.
Yeah, yeah.
I was not that I was trying to investigate anything. I kind of wanted to know, like, did this really happen? Was this said? But I don't understand why she went to a journalist to figure that out. Unless she knew the journalist had a relationship with the particular housewife that the journalist spilled the tea to.
And then my thing is too, though, do you have a relationship with that housewife? Because why would you care? Like, if I was in on a plot that may or may not come up, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have nothing to do with. I don't know none of y'all, and and as we've seen many times before, the plot may not even play out. You know what I mean? It's like you're not really a part of this.
No.
So for you to really
and I've been told a lot of stuff, I'm sure you as well, from Housewives or Bravo celebrities, that I have never shared. Not because they told me I couldn't, mostly because I'm like,
I'm like,
crazy. Should I know this?
Right. That had
you know what I mean?
That has nothing to do with me. And I think we know our audiences. Yeah, they like the mess. They like, we like to do whatever or drop a little tea. But when it comes down to stuff that could possibly like implode a person's life or a franchise, we don't dabble in all of that.
Yeah.
So it came off. I've had Kiki on the podcast before. I think she's a beautiful woman. I've had conversations with her, so I like her and all of that stuff. I just wondered why we're here on Carlos. Like, why are we discussing?
Well, in all fairness, her name is being dragged through all the Bravo universe.
You know what? That's
so
true.
She felt like she needed to clear her name. And I don't blame her because like she said in the interview, and like I've been saying, I don't consider myself a journalist, even though she does have a journalism degree.
Yeah.
So, so she can call herself whatever she wants to call herself. All right.
Yeah.
But I do believe, even as a blogger, your credibility. I think just in life,
yes,
your credibility is important. It should be important to you.
Yeah.
So I understood why she felt the need to clarify, especially because her name is mentioned multiple times throughout the season.
That's a good point. Yes.
She also filmed, so I get why she decided to do interviews. The Bravo universe, I mean, they'll move on. They don't like bloggers being a part of the show, but bloggers are part of the reason why the show. You don't even know what's going on behind the scenes.
Right. And you're right. I didn't think about that because one of the things that I told you that really enraged me was I don't like somebody lying on me. If I said something about you and you asked me, I might be like, I am going to say, you know what? I said it. My bad. I apologize. Or I meant it. I was texting about my sister-in-law and accidentally text her. And I was like, why she ain't responded? I mean, I was trying to text Corey. I said, ooh, why she not responding? I mean, why I was trying to text Corey about his sister. And I said, why is he not responding? And I look back at my phone and I said, because she kept saying she didn't have no money, but she was all up and down the Ross aisles buying shoes and jewelry. And we were in a wedding. And so I said, she acting like she keep talking about she ain't got no money. So when I read it again, I took a deep breath and I said, my bad, this is supposed to go to your brother, but this is actually how I feel about the situation. I feel like
I appreciate the upfrontness. What did she say?
She said, she said, I understand. My feelings are hurt that you feel this way, but I understand. And I was like, okay, it's cool. I mean, so I say that.
I mean, I've had that happen to me before. Not with a family member, but yeah, it's only really happened to me once ever in my entire life.
Was it like a bad text where you like, not bad, but like?
It was, I can't remember the specific details. I just remember I was out on a date. The date went to the bathroom. We were in the movies. And I think things that he was saying throughout the date ringed alarm bells in my head, connecting it to someone I knew. And I said, I think this person is someone that dated someone else that I know. And I can't remember, like who dated who. I just remember that. And I was like, so I'm thinking I'm texting. I was like, I think I'm out with the person that was with this person. I sent the text to him while he's in the bathroom.
It makes you want to throw up in your mouth. Like, oh my God.
It was awkward as hell.
Oh my God. But it's like, you got to own it. So because I don't want anybody to lie on me. So going back to what you said about Kiki, you're right. She does have a right to clear her name, even though she inserted herself in. But she has a right to say, no, I only inserted myself this way. Not this way.
Like, what are your thoughts on Katie, Janella, and the cast? And recently, Shannon and Emily have restarted following her on social media. I'm going to start following her too. Oh, wait, I'm blocked. Never
mind. They realized that the audience wasn't in their favor with this.
Okay, so you agree with Brooke.
The audience was not in her favor. But also, I need Katie to stay out of the comments and just do her, because when she did an interview recently, she said, let's go to the comments and see, because they brought up Gina saying, Gina, I don't want to come back if Katie's not coming back, if Katie's coming back. And Katie said, go to the comments and see, girl, The comments can be with you at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, and by 12:01 p.m. Tuesday, they want you gone. They don't like you. So
But
don't get.
she's feeling empowered by the Bravo
Yes.
universe. They're like, all Team Katie, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Because they hate this cast, and now you see what the cast is doing.
So I'm like, y'all not slick. Y'all are not slick to try to follow her again. I will stand on this. I will maintain this. Katie is a liar. She lied. Oh, I won't say she's a liar. I'll say she tells lies that she gets herself caught up in, and it seems almost pathological at this point. Like it's like,
let's talk about it.
Okay, girl. Like at the same time, I don't like the way the cast is acting superior to her. When Emily and Gretchen were getting butt pellets, and she says, hopefully we won't have to see Katie, and just kind of like threw her hand. I was
this was the plan. Like this was the plan.
Yes, it made me sick. And somebody commented, I forget where I was on Instagram, and somebody commented and said, think back to when Tamara came to the house for the lie detector test. Gina was like, don't worry, we got it.
Yeah.
When it came to Katie, and it was like
this was the plan the entire time, because that was the speculation that Katie was putting out there, that the plan was to bring Gretchen on full time.
Yes, and
to replace her.
I could see that. And you mentioned this. I've seen other people mention it. I immediately thought, when I saw Matt's, Gina's ex-husband's new boo, Heather brought a friend, Tamara brought a friend.
Yeah.
I said,
all testing out the replacements.
I said, they wanted to mix it up and add some color by bringing in another brunette.
That's how they add diversity to the OC.
Yes, yes. So even though I have not been a fan of Katie since her first season. I do like watching her looks, and I think she's beautiful. I like watching her people.
Do you think people let her get away with stuff because she's pretty?
Yes, and because
pretty privilege,
and also because the optics of all of these white women in the OC, and we know what kind of town OC is. It don't look good, and especially Gina talking about, her saying that about the Asian designer sent me over. Even if she didn't mean it that way, if she was trying to, that's not the thing to try to catch her in, because that ain't none of your business. And you don't need to be talking. Fashion needs to be the last thing you need to talk about.
Is that an Asian designer? Like, why are you concerned? At first, when she said it, and when they were having the conversation, or when I was watching it, I was just like, okay. But then when I did my recap, I was like, but why are you so concerned about who's doing what? And I'm so glad that people are pointing out there are Asian designers, there's Asian creative directors, there's like. But again, why is that of your concern?
That is not the lie to catch her, and that is none of your business. And that's not even a lie. She may have tried to start out that way. You just don't know why. Like, you don't know. Did you ask her, or her earrings by an Asian designer, or her boots, or her shoes? Like, you didn't even ask any of that.
What do you think about Kiki bringing that tea? Because Kiki was the one who wanted Gina there, because she was given that information from Katie. And in Kiki's perspective, Katie was trying to insinuate that Gina was racist. But based on us hearing that, as another black person, don't you think you would have been like, well, that was kind of weird for Gina to be even saying that?
Yes, I would have. I wouldn't be giving Gina a heads up at all.
Yeah, because
I would say to Katie, how did you take that? Because that's kind of weird. Like, even if she didn't, and it honestly made me think, she wants to make sure the scene is not cut. I mean, that's what it made me think.
Oh, you think she was producing?
Yes. Bring another housewife, and Gretchen is a friend of. So you meeting with a friend of, they could cut it and just talk about you meeting. But you bringing a housewife in.
I didn't even think about that. Wow. Guys, if you're just joining us, I'm here with the What Else Is Going On podcast host, Taria Faison. You can follow her here on Instagram, but you can also follow her on her podcast and YouTube channel. Can you remind people where that is?
Yes, you can find me at WEIGO podcast on YouTube, Instagram. What's the other one? Twitter.
TikTok.
I'm at WeGo Podcast 1 on TikTok. I'm going to Tick and Talk. I've said it. I did do 2 in the last month. I'm gonna start doing those more often. But TikTok is my escape So sometimes it's like that's my escape to just scroll, but I want to get in on the things. But yes, We Go Podcast. And then wherever you listen to your podcast, type in what else is going on and you will find me.
Okay. And Taria was also the host of our DC show. Brooke Ashley will be our host of our final show this Friday here in New York City. If you are in the New York City tri-state area, get your tickets today. Ticket information is available in my bio. But if you are a ringside or premier ticket holder, the meet and greet is included in your ticket. However, if you are not a part of that class of tickets, there is a meet and greet add-on available. You can buy it now or you can buy it at the door. This is on Friday. This is a special show because it's the only show where you can get a live stream option. So everyone that's here, no matter where you are in the world, will be able to watch Friday's final show, my final show of 2025 and of the summer. Get your tickets. All of that is separate. Separate for in-person tickets, separate for live stream tickets, and separate for meet and greet tickets. All of that's available in my bio, along with my skincare routine. The butter is buttering.
Looking good. It is. Like butter, baby.
Okay, before I let you go, because I do want to ask you about everything that's been playing out when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kelly Farrell. I also want to ask you about the sneak peeks that we've been getting when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac. First, let's start with Kelly Farrell, and her ex-husband is threatening to sue Bravo. We didn't talk about Miami because we also have Todd said that he's going to sue Bravo.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? And then, of course, she had this protective order brought against her from her neighbor, the head of the HOA.
Yes. First of all, my girl, Stephanie Sunshine Grams is here. Yes, you can come to my house for a watch party. She probably like 9 minutes away, maybe 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she done been here before. We're friends offline. Yeah. I'm not just inviting random people. Come by the house.
Please don't, because some people will show up.
You know what's funny? Stephanie, when I met her, we hadn't bought the house yet. She has a friend that has a house out in this neighborhood. And it was funny because we went to I don't know, Stephanie, if we were outside.
Excuse me.
God bless you. But there's been multiple times that I've seen this neighborhood. I've seen it when it was being built. Me and Corey rode through here with the kids.
Wow.
And then I was out here with Stephanie before. And then I had delivered years before Lyft. I had dropped somebody off here only for us to end up in a neighborhood that I've always really liked.
Wow.
So that's crazy. Yeah. But you said Kelly Farrell. My grandmom used to say a term. Because, grandmoms, they don't really care about some pronunciation. Instead of throwed, she would say, that person is a little throwed. Like throwed off. Now, look, I believe women and I believe Kelly with the ex-husband and something about him and his baggy suit and his Martin Luther King at the Washington Monument speech.
Right? Well, that was interesting.
Calling for the NAACP, calling them slaves, the representative he was with. I also don't put it past Kelly doing exactly what that protective order said, but I also think her rep said something.
Did it freeze? Hold on, y'all.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Okay. I was like,
did it freeze for you too?
Okay. No, you were like, up, did it freeze? And I was like this.
Oh, so I don't know. But we're back. It's okay.
So her rep said something to the effect of ever since she joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the neighbor has been doing things. So I was of two minds. The protective order, the neighbor said that, and she was on the HOA board, said that Kelly parked her car, a repeated violation of her parking her car somewhere she wasn't supposed to. I said, what probably happened was Kelly has been able to do that. Nobody said anything. Now we know she's on the Housewives. There's cameras, there's this, there's that. I already kind of sort of don't like you, don't speak to you. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to be on you for everything. And Kelly, even though she may have violated, not saying she shouldn't have, it's like, girl, we've been living out here this whole time. It ain't been a problem. I'm tired of you. What's the problem? And she probably confronted her like that. And now you got a 30-foot.
But going in her property?
Now that was crazy because you can get taken out of here doing stuff like that.
Right?
And she had people with her, it said.
Yeah.
She wasn't by herself.
She had a gang of people. Probably her publicist, her assistant.
Look, the Kelly,
stylist,
her makeup artist, her dog
her
dyer.
team.
Look, the one who dyes her dog, the one who gives her dog massages.
He should be arrested, okay?
Yes. Right. He needs to stay 30 feet away from that dog.
Yes.
But to me,
we need a protective order for the dog.
yes.
From Kelly too.
From Kelly. But so the lady is saying that they got footage.
I know. So I feel like, is that gonna come? Is she gonna leak it? Lady, if you're watching this.
Please leak it. I tried to Google her name, but nothing came up. So
Now you Google it.
I wanted to see what she looked like.
You saw the Simon and Portia stuff that was playing out this week. The appeal has been denied for he wanted to appeal the divorce. Mm-hmm. And they had a little bit of a back and forth on social media, Simon and Portia. What is your perspective on that? Are you team Portia or are you team Simon?
I'm team both of y'all are nuts. However, it was funny when Portia posted the flag, but I was like, where we're at today, Simon may be in a better place.
Right.
But also him saying Miss 265, that is not, to me, that doesn't make you look good. Because if she's Miss, then you're Mr. Because she said all this years before you met her and you knew she said it. And you was ready to lay up, under, and on top of Miss 265.
It also makes me wonder, like, were you watching the show? And no offense, RHOA has been popping for a very long time. But
yeah.
A heterosexual man watching Real Housewives, I'm like, I'm not judging. I'm just saying I find it very interesting.
He's good friends with Michelle A.T. Alien, so he gives her like exclusive different things. And she said when people were trying to figure out at the reunion, when did Portia meet Simon, who was there, who wasn't, she said Portia met Simon years ago at a restaurant. She named the restaurant, and he said, "Can you get my wife Fallon? I want you to get her on Housewives." Yeah. So it's like, Simon, you want to be famous too. I feel like Simon wants to be famous too, because think about Gerald don't want to be nowhere near that TV. Simon has had 2 wives that were near the TV.
And the thing is with Simon, because he's saying, based off the grounds of this divorce and the appeal, he was basically saying that, she decided to go back to reality television. He was against it. No, you weren't. You filmed with her. She did Ultimate Girls Trip. And then when she announced that she was coming back, she was like, who said that Portia Williams is coming back? Portia Gobadia? Blah, 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 blah.
He's in the building.
So
I do feel like, though, there are a lot of, what do you think about this? Because I've been really thinking about it. There's a lot of people that are saying Portia's never going to get the money with the prenup and the lawyer's fee paid for. But I said, we keep saying Portia's in a $7 million house, but Simon sold 2 homes to put almost $2 million down. So technically it's it could be a $5 million house, which means they have equity. So her filing that lawsuit against him to be able to keep his equity, if he doesn't, I feel like she's making plans to sell the house. If this lawsuit goes through, I mean, if they say,
she filed a lawsuit against him for money owed, nearly $700,000.
Yes, and part of that lawsuit was to not distribute his equity. So I feel like that is a win for her because they have equity in the home. So she'll get the money she's owed. Yeah. He won't get any of it. The lawyers will be paid. So I feel like she's being strategic about.
We still don't know how much equity there is. So.
That's what I was wondering too. Any of y'all out there that have access to the home stuff in Atlanta, just tell us in the DMs.
Because here's the thing too with Simon. Again, we don't know how much equity is in that home.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I really don't know when it comes to the Simon of it all. Mm-hmm. Because I think she thought that she bamboozled him. And we're doing a rewatch of season 6 on my YouTube channel. It's quite telling when you watch how the divorce between her and Cordell went. It's very telling about her character and what it's always been.
Yeah.
And what it's turned into now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm not team anyone because I think everyone involved here, including Fallon, were shysters, scammers.
They all were out for what they could get. There is an intuitive. His name is Jamie. He's amazing. He has a podcast, Deep Dive with Jamie Stein. Mm-hmm. And he picks up on things. And I heard him do a podcast about Atlanta, and he talked about Portia. And he said the big feeling he's picking up is she's always in survival mode. She never eases up. So it's always about if it does, yeah, I care about people, but not to the expense of what's going to benefit me. So she's always constantly thinking in survival mode. How can she survive the next this, the next that? Because she never
Like
wants
a real
to go back.
that's like a scammer mentality. I'm not
Yes.
saying that she is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a scammer mentality.
Yeah. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. You're always thinking about,
The
I
next
don't ever
scam.
want to go back there. So I'm going to, yeah.
She getting on that private plane. She posted that video. Getting on that private plane. Off to her next scam.
After her next African.
Lord. Okay, let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to let you go in shortly.
Okay.
Real Housewives of Potomac. You saw the trailer.
Yes.
I don't know. Have you seen some of the previews that have been coming out, including the
Yes.
conversation between Ashley and Stacey?
Yes.
Speaking of scammers, thoughts on Stacey and that scene with Ashley?
I don't like the word hater sometimes, even though sometimes it applies because hating is a job. However, if Ashley has no haters, I've gone to glory and I've repented before I got there so the Lord wouldn't hold it against me. Ashley is somebody I try. I just can't. She's beautiful though, so I don't mind looking at her. However, her questioning Stacey was so funny to me. And Stacey's like, do you want to know the truth, Ashley? Stacey knows what she's doing. Everybody thought she was just some innocent lamb going in last year. It's like, but like Brooke said, a lot of these wives think they're smarter than the audience.
Yeah.
No, we know this game. When she said in her confessional, she should be Googling a vocal coach, I screamed and said, I wish she had said it in scene.
Right.
Like, you're so busy with your life. You're a mother. You're a this, you're a that. I think it's going to be, everybody's going to have a different reason to come for Stacey. But for some reason, in my bones, I feel like Stacey and Wendy are going to link. I don't know why. And I feel like when Kiarna says in the trailer, you don't even like her. For some reason, I feel like it's about Stacey because Kiarna unfollowed Wendy and Stacey.
Oh.
And Wendy's going to need some type of ally because that her and Giselle thing ain't going to last.
Yeah, no doubt. Even though it looks like Giselle and Monique are getting along this season.
Of course they are, because what they're going to do is make Candace the common denominator.
That they don't like Candace.
Yeah.
I find that to be unfortunate because I'd much rather Candace and Monique make amends. I know that's going to be hard. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Mm-hmm. I also think Monique might be the problem.
Monique is the problem.
Oh.
It's she. She's the problem. It's she. To me, you know what it is with Monique? It's always that I got to prove myself. And I think when she thinks that she comes off looking a certain way, for instance, she would have never said anything about not taking a picture. But then somebody said, oh man, they couldn't even give Monique a picture, which implies that she wasn't important enough. Her self-esteem wasn't going to allow that. So it's like, oh no, I was too busy. When actually what it probably was, we're taking the pictures on April the 7th. Are you available? No. Okay, we can't change the date. So technically you were too busy, but it was because you couldn't meet their date. That's what it is with Monique.
Did you see, I don't know if I told you that she commented on my video about that. And she said that she was traveling at the time, and that was part of the reason why. But she's like, buckle up for the new season.
Girl, December of 2024, you were saying they were toxic. And now
right? I don't see, that's the thing about Monique. She talks out two sides of her face.
Like, really two sides, like, girl.
But so I'm going to give her pretty privilege. She's pretty.
She is pretty. I will say the things that people say, well, I don't like to compare because I feel like all women are beautiful. But the way that they hold Giselle up so high with her looks, I feel like Monique is up there too, for me, to be honest.
Oh, without a doubt. They don't even compare in my book.
Yeah. So, but we know why Giselle gets
Monique is stunning.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to her confessionals. Riley Knox, who, has done, they're really good friends, came to our live show in DC.
Amazing.
She's done some of Monique's most amazing and iconic reunion looks and confessionals. She's working on some of Monique's confessionals, so I already know those confessionals are going to be
yeah.
lit. So
I'm just not looking forward to, because I feel like Monique tries to put herself, if she would just be herself.
But that is herself, I think.
You're right. You're right. What's funny is when she was talking about her childhood and where she grew up, I have family that lives there. Actually, I grew up like 40 minutes from her. And I know someone very close to me who was friendly with people that were very friendly with her.
Oh, you got a lot of tea.
It is her.
Taria.
She is the problem.
You got a lot of tea. Wow. I mean, I think based off of history, I think we kind of pieced together who the problem is.
Yeah.
But I think they're all a problem in some shape or form. So I don't think any of them are. I don't think, like Candace. I don't think Candace is 100% innocent either.
She's they all. I want to go. It's funny because when you and Brooke were talking about going into a clean slate, even with Monique, for me the slate was always, I don't care for you. So I'm going in with the same slate from season 3.
Damn. Okay. Well, stay tuned for our recaps of Real Housewives of Potomac starting October 5th. You're welcome, Bravo.
No one will ever get dragged as much as Emily Simpson. I'm telling y'all that right now. I will drag her every chance I get. And I'm not even normally that type of, but I will drag her every chance I get.
Why do you drag Emily Simpson? I bet you dragged her the week that she kicked Katie out, because I didn't like how she did that. I think you should leave.
Like, who are you talking to? I will leave this egg-infested house and yolk all over the step. You don't even know how to operate in this neighborhood.
Well, people also say she was appropriating Persian culture.
Well, I was going to say that too. To me, it kind of felt like this is a reason to have a party instead of just getting together.
And actually really, I think it's inappropriate when first of all, it's not your culture, but you're doing it, and then you're setting up a person of color, and then you're kicking her out of your house. Like, the whole meaning behind this whole thing was sort of like tainted with the negativity. I didn't love that.
We got a message, like what she read off of a paper, and that was it. It's like, I don't like how you're trying to tie it with, Shane's mom, since Shane's dad is in the hospital. She couldn't do it, so I'm going to do it. I wanted to ask, what's the timeline? When was the Persian holiday compared to when you had the party? Did you hold off for the show?
Probably. A lot of times they do. Look at Heather Dubrow and her birthday party 2 months later.
Right, that's true.
But we got an $80,000 party,
which I love to see it. I want somebody to take
none of them could do that without going broke.
I don't even think they would even make it, like, they wouldn't even have it to spend to get broke. Like, it would be like, it would stop. But Emily is just so self-grandiose, but tries to be self-deprecating at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
it's become performative though at this point.
Yes, and I'm just over it. Like, when she threw them eggs outside, I was like, you know what? This is just, I'm done. I can't.
What I can appreciate, because I'm going to try and pull us back into some positive. What I can appreciate is her sharing her son's autism diagnosis, because, and I know some people feel like she's using that as a storyline, but if it's real, that is a part of her story.
Now, I said that.
And I also feel like it's going to help other parents that may have completely missed, is that what's going on with my child? Yep. So, but anyway,
I agree with that. I did give her that and said that you never know who you could be helping. It's hard, right? Because he doesn't have agency to share his story. But at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily being presented in a sensationalized way.
Yeah.
We're seeing their actual struggle, and we're actually really seeing the inner workings of her marriage. If Shane doesn't react the way Emily thinks he should react, then he doesn't care enough in her eyes. Yeah. Whereas I think he's just trying to keep some grounding, like, we're going to get through. We're not helpless because we're going through steps. It's not like we're just doing nothing.
But I'll tell you this, that is real when it comes to parents not agreeing on when they're in a situation like this. And there's also a high divorce rate. I'm not wishing that on them, but there's also a high divorce rate in families like this.
Holly Robinson Pete talked about that when her son was first diagnosed with autism. Rodney didn't want to hear it at all.
Yeah. See?
And then eventually, so I'm with that. So I'll give Emily that too, because I have said that I appreciate her vulnerability in that. Then she can leave with Katie. Now I'll even bring Katie back. Katie, you
I
can
think
come
you
back.
should leave.
Yeah, I think you
That
should
hurt
leave.
me to my heart, and I'm not a Katie fan, but I was
Yes,
like,
but
why are y'all kicking her out?
like, and just like that, like, and the way
I
she
think you
said
should
it,
leave,
like,
Katie.
you said you think she,
I know I said, I'm just repeating what Evelyn said. I think you should leave, Katie.
the way, yes, and it was no, like, not even a conversation. Just like, I want you, like, and it was almost like we want you to leave. You're no longer in this club.
That
I
was the
was like,
plan. I think that was part of the plan.
and when she was crying to that producer, I said, now I do believe Katie when the whole Gretchen thing.
I do believe that.
And I was listening to something, oh my gosh, I can't remember where, when Gretchen was saying she never took a lie detector test. They were saying she was lying. She was on marriage boot camp, and that same guy was the one that gave her the lie detector test.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know about the whole lie detector test situation. I wouldn't have liked. I mean, but it's very Housewives too. I wouldn't like a surprise lie detector
Me
test.
neither.
Not that I would need to worry about a lie detector test.
But I wouldn't like it either.
Yeah.
Tavarius is funny. I would have read her in that chili server, Gina.
Not Chili's. I like a Chili's. I haven't been to Chili's in such a long
Me
time.
neither. I like Chili's.
But the food at Chili's is kind of lit.
Yeah, I like it.
Not Karen Huger lit, but kind of lit.
But the other lit. But yeah, I would have been upset if I was just ambushed like that. Like you said, I have no reason to hide anything, but where do they do that at? Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Speaking of Karen, and then I'm going to let you go. We'll get off at like 10:30 if you don't mind.
I'm good. I'm good.
Karen Huger, you didn't go up to wish her well on her release. However, Andy Cohen did an interview with TMZ, very quick interview with TMZ, and said that he's texted with Karen. And he also said that he's going to have a conversation with her imminently, which said to me, oh, so they're going to film a sit down.
Yep.
But what are your thoughts on that?
I am here for a Karen Huger sit down if she's honest. It's not dancing. I can't talk about that due to legal what? You went to jail. Like, I would rather, I'll give it to Luann. Luann talked about that bologna sandwich when she bit into the mustard pack. Like, she talked about all of it. If Karen can't come in humility, if the Grand Dame shows up and not Karen Huger, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I agree. Especially at this particular point, you served your time, and I don't think anyone's going to hold this over her head. But you still need to show some accountability because you have never shown accountability. That's part of the reason why you went to jail for 6 months, and you're lucky it was only 6 months and not the full year.
And the full 2 years, like the full, like do the way, and even down to being in the courtroom that day in front of the judge, you showed no humility. So it's like
Taria was there, y'all.
So she showed no humility. It was all about what I've done, these steps that I've taken to correct the mistake that I've made, as if you just took these steps on your own. You know, they say a drunk mouth speaks a sober mind. You heard what she was saying in that cop car. I'm the Grand Dame. Google me. Andy Cohen gave me that name. So we know how you could see yourself
Thomas
anyway.
Jefferson's concubine. All of them. Lit. You're poor and you're white.
I said then, I said, when she said that in Montgomery County, I said, oh, she's going to jail. They ain't going to like that.
All the way in. I really do love Karen Huger on the show. However, we have to remember this is her fourth DUI. She's a grown woman. This is not some 20-something-year-old that just learned how to drive and started drinking. I feel like she really does have a problem. You know, we normally do not speculate. Oh, I don't want to say someone has a problem. No, this is your fourth DUI. You have a problem.
And the fourth time she was caught. Imagine all the time she wasn't caught. And this is where money plays a part of it. One of her DUIs was in Virginia. In Virginia, you get a speeding ticket. They want you to come to court. They don't even want you to just pay it. So the fact that you were able to get out of a DUI and get it downgraded in Virginia, it speaks to money privilege. If this was a 27-year-old Black woman, Black male, there's no way, maybe even white, there's no way, and they didn't have the money and they had to get a public defender, they were going to jail, license taken.
Yeah.
You know,
and my thing is, too, the embarrassment of that video living online for forever. Again, if she had gotten ahead of this and just admitted her wrong, it would have never been released. We would have never seen any of this.
Yep.
But her ego got in the way.
Yep.
Like,
And
you go
instead
down
of her
the
even saying like, y'all, she could have talked about everything that she talked about in that letter to the judge. I've done this. I would have liked to see that. Like, you know, even without her, if she didn't want to necessarily admit because of the upcoming, but there was ways, Karen is smart. There's ways that she could have talked around it. So if she's not open, I don't want it.
Wow. Damn. Are you looking forward to anything when it comes to Housewives right now? Real Housewives Miami, we haven't talked about that. How have you been feeling about Real Housewives Miami?
I've been enjoying it. Miami, what I love about Miami is that we will get 3 or 4 arguments going on at one time. It's not always like now that the whole Gertie situation they've moved on from.
At least
It's
for
not
now,
focused
till the reunion.
until it comes. Yeah, until we need this. Somebody check who's following who at the end of they haven't filmed yet, right? No, they haven't filmed the reunion yet, right?
Yeah, they did in New York. Maybe that's when Kiki unfollowed
Oh
Gertie.
yes, yes, that's right. Okay, so yeah, until the reunion.
Miami's almost over.
That's right. Well, I love how there's like cross arguments. So you're like, who, like you're like, what's going? And it's not like heavy. And then we still get a heartfelt moment between Gertie and Adriana. And I liked how, even though it could be annoying, like sometimes you do just want to sit in your funk, like just give me a minute. Gertie was not letting Adriana do that. But I feel like that's the real Gertie. We're getting the real Adriana. Like we're getting the real of some of these housewives. I loved it. When Lisa told Larsa, she said open her lips and she said lumpy and bumpy, I lost it. I said, this is like the real stuff that we're getting. Larsa calling them on FaceTime, showing her boob, like being like the real being drunk, you know.
And
like,
we literally are going on a 2-day cruise right after we just went on a international trip.
Screaming at each other, us having to be separated. So to me, it goes back to that Potomac. The reason it was so heavy is because they had lost their funny. And so Miami still has their funny. And
Go ahead.
No, and I appreciate that they still have their funny.
Speaking of funny, next week, as everyone's reminding us in the chat, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. All right.
Cannot.
What did you think of the trailer? The only thing that stands out to me that I hated from the trailer was Whitney's wig. I don't like the red hair on her. Not everyone can be a redhead. I don't like it on her.
It didn't. And Whitney is too pretty to fumble like that. Like she is too. I like her in a bob. Those old pictures of her with a pixie cut, like when it was really short. She's just a pretty person. So that's the only.
I was so surprised. That's what theoretically in my head I'd be like, oh, she probably look good as a redhead. Not this hue of red.
It washed her out. It was horrible. I know that Mary and Angie are going to have a bump in the road. It seems like they kind of got past it, but then in interviews, they're like, we love each other. We'll get through it. So it makes me wonder if they're still in the middle of it. And I'm going to be pissed off if it's Mary's fault because I believe it's probably Mary. And I like Mary.
We know it's Mary's fault. But look at the evolution of Angie K.
Yeah. That is to be studied. She has so effortlessly just slid right on in there as a housewife.
Do you think, though, it's because I do think some of her stuff is performative, which works sometimes with housewives, especially with Salt Lake City. But there's also a lot of authenticity that came up, especially in last season. The authenticity when it comes to her own personal story and how that connects to Mary and their friendship. I think that's what really made me like Angie K last season.
For me, when Mary was trying to shut her out and she fought for the friendship, I was like, that's a genuine person because if she had to shut it down, whatever sisterhood they had would have been over. But she was like, I'm not going to let you do this. Like, I know you care for me and I care for you. What did I do? And then it unlocked Mary and saying what she has been through. And I said, I feel like we need to make an allowance for Mary. If we make an allowance for all the other housewives to say, I went through this. And we've made how many allowances for Heather talking about what she went through being a Mormon, raised as a Mormon, and some of her actions. I'm going to make this allowance for Mary. Now, you can't stay there. You're acknowledging why you're there. You don't get a cookie for that. You get a cookie for trying to work, But I just appreciated Angie fighting because I don't know if I could have. I think I might have been like, all right, then cool.
It's obviously something that she sees. And I think there was so much more about their relationship offline that we didn't see.
Yeah.
that's why Angie felt like she wanted to fight for this friendship. It was such an amazing season. It was
Yeah.
such a beautiful season. And it's the one time that I'll say that I was wrong because I was very concerned after they decided not to bring back Monica.
Monica.
Damn, Monica. I used to give you this long name. And now I'm like,
Monica Garcia
Monica, Monique.
Delgado, something you would say.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember her name anymore. Sorry,
And I feel like
Monique.
we know these ladies. Like thinking back to that season, when they asked how Mary and Angie became friends, it was because Angie told Mary she had lipstick on her teeth. Mary can only control her appearance. That's what she takes pride in. That's what her grandmother used to take her shopping, and she said, and fly her from here to there to shop. That's what was all the clothes and things she had. So it was like that little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like that is really uncovering, like we're really uncovering these ladies. And I'm interested.
I don't know if you saw earlier, Brooke was here and she shared meeting Mary last night here in New York for the watch party. And she said that Mary was just very charismatic. She said she was very friendly. It was just like a very different energy. I told her not to look her in the eyes and not to go to the church though.
Well, it's pulpit energy.
You could speak on that.
It's pulpit energy. When I watch Mary in her scenes in church, Mary is a totally different person. She's confident. She speaks directly. And when she's giving some of the girls advice, she's very confident. She makes a lot of sense. When she's in the position of authority, she flourishes. But then when she has to kind of step back and make allowance for, hey, maybe you can be taught something, or hey, maybe you're not right. Because I think pastors have a hard time with, you're not right. And hey, God could be speaking to me right now to tell you X, Y, and Z. But you don't want to see it as that because you have this title. You've always been put above. So I feel like I'm not surprised that Mary was charismatic. She probably had everybody eating out of the palm of her hand because that's what these pastors do.
Well, they do say she's sort of like the the martyr of the church. Like everyone really like looks to her, and maybe she really is something very special, and that's why she came back in this life to be the leader of this church. And obviously, she does have some sort of gift. I mean, if I met her, I'm not looking her in the eye.
In her eye, you don't want her to snatch your soul.
Or invite me to the church.
Because
I watch too much Scientology on TikTok. I'm not. Nope.
You
Don't go inside the building, y'all.
I was going to visit a co-worker's church before when I worked like in the corporate world. And I'll never forget, somebody was telling me, be careful. And I said, you have to be, as I got older, I realized you have to be very grounded in what you believe before going to something that is unknown to you, because you don't know how that's why there's a lot of things I don't play around with when it comes to, like, people will be like, oh, it's because you go to church, you don't think it's real. I think all of it's real. That's why I don't play around with a lot of it, because I know the vulnerabilities that I have, and I don't want to get sucked up into that. Like those things, to me, if you believe in God and the supernatural, you have to believe in all of it. You can't pick and choose. Oh, I believe this, but I don't believe that. If it exists,
they just call it something different.
Yes. So with Mary, I can definitely see her being charismatic and just everybody just and that's why all the ladies, it's like they see two sides of Mary. So they all love that one side of Mary. They've all talked about it.
Yeah. I wonder what her conflicts will be this season. I know her son last season was a big part of her storyline. I hear that, anyone with an addiction, it's going to be up and down. I think she said he had some challenges, but I guess we'll get an update this season in regards to what's going on. I wish him well, because that was so hard to watch last season, but I appreciate her sharing, because there are a lot of kids, especially in Utah, or these small towns, that are struggling with these addictions. So I'm glad that she shared it, despite, especially for her being a pastor, the leader of her church. It's even harder to share that your child is going through something like this,
because you think people are going to look at you and judge you, like, where was God, or where was this, or where was, and that's where Mary, I feel like that's when she humanizes herself, because she almost can feel like she's a godly, like a godly, if you will, too, like, I'm to be reverenced. And in friendships, there shouldn't be any of that. That shouldn't matter.
And I love how she, even when asked about it at the reunion, and when she was interviewed with Andy, just her perspective it wasn't like old school church. It was very like of today.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
might, like, I might need to go to the church. She might
Look,
be like,
do you remember when all that about this is the cult went on? I think one of the reasons that Mary was upset because I remember the post. There was a post about Mary in the church, and Whitney was under the post saying, "Thank you so much. I felt something when I was in your church," and she brought her dad. My dad felt something. So I think Mary never had. You know, she was married before and all that. She had an identity then, but then when she in the church, her family made her whole identity. She married her step grandfather. I mean, and then this church. So I feel like.
and where is he? In Vegas still?
Yes, I honestly feel like this show is kind of giving her like where she's confident in some areas, she's not confident. You could tell she was never confident around
This was
Robert.
her escape.
Yes, and I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if they're separated, but because some Christians don't believe in divorce. Yeah, that's
And also, they're in the middle of financial. They were suing the company that was handling some of their accounting and whatnot, so of stealing millions. So there's also a financial aspect of this as well going on, Mary. So
it's just I really don't want to see her and Angie, but if we get to see more of the women that like, because as a woman, I want to see like the women that they are, right? So like the realness of it. So I'm looking forward to that, but not their fallout. But I'm also loving seeing Mary in her interviews. Did you see that little game she played? Who is that?
yeah. She's just naturally funny.
Yes, and she seems so happy, and that's because I can imagine me growing up in church and being a parishioner was one thing, but when you have that pressure put on, you can't do this, you can't do that, everything is wrong. And then you start asking God questions for yourself or whoever you believe in, like, that don't seem that, but you're in this box. She seems like she has a freedom that she's never had before.
Yeah. Wow.
So she's out of the closet with them mannequins. Wait, why didn't Lisa Barlow why did she miss the cash trip, the first one?
Oh, I don't know. You asking me? I don't know.
I thought you might have knew.
No, I haven't asked. I haven't asked anything in regards to Salt Lake City. The only thing I've heard is in regards to, remember when the rumors came out about Meredith, about her quitting the show and stuff like that? And I said, I heard it wasn't that, but she had like a major breakdown.
She's still having you still don't know what this show is? Yes, they're going to question you about your marriage. Yeah. Well,
I think some of it's performative, though.
Okay. She still ain't never sent me my Brooks Mark sweatsuit. She came in my DMs. Mine.
Wait, tell that story, and then we're going to get off of here.
Okay. So when she was
and then tag her, y'all.
Right. When she was friends with Mary and was the only one standing up for Mary, I did a post like, I appreciate when it was the season with Jenny before the season finale episode where the glass was thrown and we didn't see anybody go after her. But they were all at the spot together or somewhere together. And she told Mary, like, I'm going to have your back no matter what, blah, 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 pretty much. Right. So she stuck with Mary. So I had posted that I appreciated there was one woman out of all of them because I felt a racial thing with Jenny. Immediately in my DMs, thank you for seeing it. And I'm going to go ahead and say it now. It's been so long. But basically, she said that Mary told her that's what she was feeling from Jenny. And I guess the other ladies didn't want to hear. And Meredith was like, I don't have to understand it to be by your side. You feel it, so I'm standing with you. So I appreciated that. Yeah. So then she would be in my DMs. And then she was like, what's your size? Okay. And I sent her my address. I'm going to have to read my DMs because I know I didn't send her my old address. I sent the new address because we had just moved into this house. And I never got my sweatsuit. I had already planned the outfit.
Meredith, for those who are watching the replay of this, don't forget to like the video. But Meredith tagged Meredith and said, and then tag Taria, We Go Podcast. Tag her like, where is the Brooke Smart sweatsuit?
She owed me, and I could pull
at
up
Ross
to prove
in the clearance bin.
Yeah, right. Don't try to send me something now. I would still wear it though.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know you would wear it.
I would be doing a review like this. Yeah, she never sent me. But that's why I always tried to give Meredith something, because to me, that's a real life issue that as Black women, you working around a whole bunch of white women, you ain't gonna find one that's gonna go against. That's gonna be like, I don't understand it because I'm not you, but I got you. So I always tried to give her a little, because I felt like that might have spoke to her character. And until she didn't send me that sweatsuit. I said, that's your character too, you lie. Taria says Seth might pull up. I'll always be champion. Even when y'all wanted him off of Next Gen, I said sometimes you need the little dry humor. Sometimes you need the friend that's just the baseline.
Creepy humor. I'm telling you, I followed when the first season happened. I followed Seth because I was like, oh, I kind of like him.
Not Seth, the son. Oh, Seth. You know what? When they said Seth might pull up, I was thinking Brooks, not Seth.
No, and I'm talking about Seth. I followed him in the first season. I unfollowed him shortly thereafter because I said his posts are weird, and since then he's just gotten even more weird.
That boob cake for Whitney. And they're talking about their boobs. I was like, I don't know. I do kind of feel like they're not together.
I think so too. I think they're not together. I think they stay together for the show.
Yeah. I think all them stores that Seth goes to are code for women's names.
Damn.
I might not get my sweatsuit now for real.
No.
Don't clip this part, y'all.
No, this part's edited out. Send us the suit. Well, no, send it to Taria. I don't want.
And my size is smaller now, so you might have it in stock.
Oh! I don't know if they even have any of those Brooks Marks.
They probably don't.
Did it ever really sell like that?
Probably not. Send me a purse from your store.
Oh, Lord.
I love a clutch.
We should go to Utah, Salt Lake City.
We should, and go to Beauty Lab and Laser. Now, Heather,
and do what?
I'm not going to let you do the work. That's what
I'm about to say.
I came back to myself just to go to the place.
You ain't injected nothing into me. Sorry.
You can't even dermaplane me, boo.
No. But good for Heather. I don't mind Heather. Like, she annoys me a lot of the times on the show, but I feel like she definitely gives us what the real Mormon experience as a Stepford wife is. So that's the only reason why I keep her on the show. And I like a perfect narrator.
Yes. And I like the relationship that she has with her daughter when her daughters were experiencing bullying. When she started following me, and to me, that is because a parent-child relationship is such a big deal to me. So I DM'd her, like, I appreciated you sharing that, because her daughters could have said, I don't want you sharing this, on TV. When it comes to your kids, like, that is your heart outside of your body. So I really appreciate it, that, and that's it.
Yeah. I like her relationship with her daughters. They don't show a lot of it in recent seasons. I would like to see more of it, but they're older, so they're probably not interested in being on television.
She probably won't talk about her daughter's dating life with, like, Shannon. I'm sorry, back to OC. Shannon.
But it ended up being sweet.
It did.
The end.
It did.
Because at first I did cringe. I was like, why are you telling that the girl broke down about the boy? Like, she's not going to want the world to know that. But then when they came and they shared all of their breakup stories and the lessons from that, I was like, okay. It ended up making me like, okay.
Hey, C. Diggy.
Hey. I'm like, hey. Just when we're getting off.
Right. Notice Corey didn't send me no text about dinner because he's watching Blade. He got into Blade.
Did y'all have dinner already?
Oh, yeah.
I had a little something, but now I'm ready for like something sweet, but it's late, but I'm gonna still eat it.
I had some granola and yogurt. I've been watching Love Island. I fell down a Love Island hole in UK, and they
the UK one? Yes,
and I'm like watching the different seasons, and they eat granola and yogurt and honey a lot. And I was literally at the gym, and when I left, I went straight and got me some yogurt and some granola, and I forgot how good that was. And that was I wanted something sweet too, and that's what I ate.
It's very healthy. That's a good option. I won't be doing that. I have a cookie right in front of me. I'm going to eat that cookie. For those that are watching the replay of this, don't forget to like the video. I am going to share this on YouTube and on the podcast. Subscribe. This is a reminder. The final show of the Kempire After Dark live show here in New York City is happening this Friday with the Brooke Ashley. She will be spilling tea. I will be spilling tea. Meet and greets are available. That's a perfect add-on for those that are not ringside or premier ticket holders. Check out my bio for that. There's also a separate link for the live stream. So if you would like to be a part of the show, there's a live stream ticket. Go get your tickets today. I'm reminding all of you guys, because I know when I see y'all in person, I didn't know you were having a show. The live stream, guys, you get to keep for a week. So even if you can't watch it that night or that weekend, you can watch it during the week next week. Ticket information is available in the description. Taria, close us out by letting everyone know where they can follow you and what you got coming up.
Okay, and first of all, y'all, Kempire does look like a filter in person. And for those of y'all that haven't seen him, I said, not a filter meeting me at the door. Okay.
Tavares says you can stay on for another 2 hours, Kempire. Really? That's like 1 a.m. No, thank you.
I was going to say he's going to cuss us out the whole time through. So he's going to get with us. But no, what I have coming up, the podcast and YouTube. I'm just waiting on my date for the DC live show in 2026, y'all. So in case anybody's out there watching in the DMV area, I'll be there.
as a audience member.
Y'all, I will emergency breakthrough on that ass so quick. The show will be.
You got to give other opportunities to up and coming talent.
That's not my job.
You, Lavine Rose. Thank you so much for the buying a badge. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but so I have just that coming up. Y'all come on over to We Go Podcast on YouTube. Say hi, stop by. Come on over to Instagram. We like to have a good time.
I know, that's right. She says, Kempire is kind of fine. I am.
Kenya Moore. Apollo is kind of fine. Kempire is kind of fine.
Angel says Kemp's got to rest his vocals for the live show on Friday.
Yes.
Exactly.
So make sure that you pre-record that OC. We ain't gonna
what time does the show start on Friday? I saw it say 9:30, but heard you mention 7 p.m. I never mentioned 7 p.m. Truth hurts. Stop lying on me. It is at 9:30, the show. It's the last show, 7 p.m. That's when they have another live show right before. I try to get both hours, but New York, y'all didn't show up quick enough. This is why you got to sell out shows, because if we had sold out the 9:30, we could have added on the 7 o'clock. It's a business, y'all.
Wow.
Just saying. I know people wait because, I got to wait for this. I know, economic times, but I'm just saying. I could have had a full 4-hour show for you guys, but here we are.
And it would be worth it.
This is my last live show of the year, so. And I can't promise you that. You never know what can happen for next year. I might be like, I ain't doing no live shows next year.
He's not going to be like that, y'all. You can do one right in my backyard. No, you can be on the deck. Everybody can be seated out there.
Okay, she got a deck, y'all. Tavares says Dr. Greg might show up and sing "Set Me Free" at the show.
Let me call him. He might come through.
If he didn't come to the Atlanta show, he ain't coming to the New York show.
You know what? Yeah. You should have had Sweet Tea come. Then he would have came through.
Oh, God. He was there in spirit, though, for those that came to the live show.
Yes, he was.
Just saying.
He was. For a long 4 or 5 minutes, he was there.
I know. It felt real long.
We
All
got
right,
this
Taria, I appreciate you taking time out of your evening to be with us. Thank you to Ashley for being here as well. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everyone that's watching the replay of this. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and again, ticket information in regards to the Kempire After Dark live show is available in the description, including the separate link for a meet and greet add-on if you are not a ringside or premier ticket holder. Either way, I will see you guys Friday. Thank you, Taria, for being here. Everyone have a fantastic night.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye, everyone. That country bumpkin sweet tea. You know, Tavares. Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, Taria.
See y'all. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.